Hey, what's up guys? In this video we're going to solve a coding interview problem. Reverse words in a string. Given an input string s, reverse the order of the words. Return a string of the words in reverse order concatenated by a single space. If we have multiple space in between two words, we have to remove the multiple space and we have to insert only one space. Let's see some example. For example, if you're given this string as input, then you have to reverse the word of the string. So this word D will move to the very end and this word blue will move to the very beginning, and then these two words will swap in between. So if we reverse the word of this string, then we get this string. Blue goes here, is goes here, sky goes here, and D goes here. So if you're given this string, we have to return this string. For example, if you're given this string, in this string we see that in between these two words we have multiple space, and at the very beginning and at the very end this string contains a space. We have to remove the space from at the beginning and from the end. And in the reverse word strings, we should have only one space in between each words. So if we reverse the words of these strings, we get these strings. Example goes here, good goes here, and A goes here. And we see that there is no outer space for this string, and in between these two word example and good we have only one space. So if we're given this string, we have to return this string. Now let's see how we can solve this problem. Now I'm going to go through the intuition. To solve this problem, we're going to use two-pointer approach. To solve this problem, we're going to use two-pointer. First, I'm going to declare a pointer I that will point to the last character to the string, and it can point to an empty space character. Then what we're going to do, we're going to move I to the left. When we found I is pointing to a character, we will initialize another pointer j to that character. Since I directly is pointing to a character, so we're going to initialize j pointer to this character. For example, if we have space right here after this word, then I will point to the empty space character. So then we will move the I to the left. Whenever we found I is pointing to a character, then we will initialize this j pointer to the character. So here we have initialized this j to this last character. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to move I to the left. Whenever we found I is pointing to a empty space character, then we will add the word in between I and j. Now let's declare a string builder to store the reverse word strings. So let's consider this is our string builder, and here we will store our string. Now let's move I to the left, and here I is pointing to this character U. Let's move it. I is pointing to this character L, then I is pointing to this character B. Then we see that I is now pointing to empty space character. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the character one by one from I plus 1 to j. So it will add B, L, U, E. Before adding this word to our string builder, we're going to check if the string builder is empty, then we will add this character one by one. If we found string builder is not empty, then first we will add a space, then we will add this word. Initially we have our string builder empty, so let's add this word to our string builder using a loop one by one. That means character by character. So if we do a loop in between I and j, we get this word blue. Now let's move I to the left, and here we see I is pointing to a character. Now let's move j to this character. Now let's move I to the left, and here we see I is now pointing to empty space character, and we see that our string builder is not empty. So let's insert a space to our string builder. Now we're going to add this word in between I+1 and j, character by character. If we add this word, then we get blue, then space, then is. Now let's move I to the left. I is pointing to this character y, so let's move j to this character. Now let's move I to the left, and in this case we see that I is pointing to this empty space, so let's add this character to our string builder. Before adding, let's insert a space to our string builders since the string builder is not empty. So let's add a space, and now let's add this words character by character sky. Now let's move I to the left. Now I is pointing to this character e, so we're going to move j to this character e. Now let's move I to the left. Again, let's move I to the left again. Now we see we're out of the string boundary. So in this case, what we're going to do, we're going to add a space to our string builder. Then we're going to add this word to our string builder, character by character, from I+1 to j. So we get this string. And this is how we can reverse words in a strings. For this input, we have to return this string. Blue is sky da. For the input, the sky is blue. Now if we tweak this string a little bit, then let's see. Alright, now we are at this character e, and here I and j pointer is pointing to this character e, and at the very beginning we have two empty spaces. Now let's move I to the left, and we see that now I is pointing to empty space character. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add these words to our string. Before that, let's add a space to our string builder, and then let's add this word d. Then we're going to move I to the left, again I to the left, and we are out of the string boundary. So we're done. And this is how we can solve this problem. Hope you have understood the concept of reverse words in a strings. Now let's see how we can implement this solution using pseudocode, and then we will take an example to make you understand this problem. Alright, this is our pseudocode to solve this problem. First, we have this function reverse words that takes a string as input. Then we're going to declare a string builder, and this string builder will store our reverse words. Then we're going to find out the length of the given string, and this is the first pointer I, and we're going to check if I is greater than or equals to 0. Then this loop will run, and here we're going to check if the current character is empty space, then we will move I to the left. Whenever we found I is pointing to a character that is not an empty space, so we will initialize j pointer to that character, and then we're going to move I to the left until we found I is pointing to a space or an empty space character. Then here, if we found the length of the string builder is greater than 0, we'll append a empty space, and then we're going to add that character from I+1 to j to the string builder. At the end, we'll convert the string builder into a string, and we'll return that string. Now let's see how this works. For that, let's take this as an example. So first, we're going to initialize a pointer I to this empty space character, and this is our string builder. Initially the string builder is empty. Now I is pointing to this empty space. Now let's move I to the left since I is pointing to this empty space. Now I is pointing to this character e, so we see this if condition false here or at here, so I will point to this character e. Now let's move I to the left until we found a space character. So we're moving I to the left, and here we found the empty space character. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to check if the length of the string builder is greater than 0, and we see the length of the string builder is not greater than 0. The string builder is empty. So we're going to add example to this string builder, so we get this string. Now let's move I to the left again. Since we see this if condition is true, so it will move here since we have here two empty space. Now let's move I to the left again, and in this case we see I is pointing to a character, so we'll move z to that character. Now let's move I to the left, and here we see I is pointing to this empty space, so let's add this word to our string builder. And before that, here we see that the length of the string builder is greater than 0, so we'll append a empty space. Then let's add this word character by character, then you get this word to the string builder by this for loop. Now let's move I to the left again, and we see that I is pointing to this character A, so we will move J to I. Now let's move I to the left, and we see I is pointing to empty space, and we see the string builder is not empty, so let's append a space and let's add A to the string builder. And we're going to move I to the left, and we're out of the string boundary. I is now less than 0. So this while loop will stop here, and we get this string. And this is how this solution works. And this is how we can solve this problem. The solution will take for the worst case bigger of 2n time complexity, where n is the length of the given string, and the solution will take bigger of n space complexity to construct our string builder, and the time complexity is bigger of n because 2 is a constant. And this is how we can solve this problem. I hope you have understood this problem. If you're not understanding, I'll highly encourage you to go through with your examples, then it will make sense. Thanks for watching this video. I will see you in the next video.